I just feel like the whole looks thing and the age thing, and I just feel like it's overrated. If
You have to qualify aesthetically first. Do you know why men are successful at dating and women aren't?
because y'all don't really care about all that stuff that women do
No,
care about, like and
no. And that's why y'all suck at dating. That's why they have that saying, if you kiss enough frogs, eventually you'll get a prince. Men are like, I'm not kissing no frog. Put my queen in front of me. Nicole, how are you?
hey, so my thing is with the 50-50 thing, I feel like there is a consideration, whereas if the woman can have kids and certain things that can happen after a certain age. But I just feel like when it comes, if it's real, I feel like looks, age, and none of that should matter. So like if two people meet, I just feel like the whole looks thing and the age thing, and I just feel like it's overrated. If it's real love, then it's real love, right?
Mm.
How do we get to real love though? Like, how do we get to loving you before we get past the looks?
Mm. Mm.
But I feel like what's on the inside of you is going to shine on the outside.
How do we, how, no, no. I know plenty of people that are beautiful on the inside. They are horrible on the outside.
Looks do
What are
matter.
we saying here? Like, it's like in a perfect world, you would just think that people walk around with X-ray glasses and are like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, that ugly mother is so beautiful on it. I can't see that, right? And in order for me to find out how pretty you are on the inside, I have to get past your physical. I have to get past the visual, right? My
No, that's
visual.
not true though. But look, all right, let me just say this. So when two people meet, yes, looks is the first thing we see. We have eyes. However, I feel like if you was to take the time to get to know the person, and then once they build with each other, none of that, you're gonna see and feel the beauty.
I don't understand. I don't know this woman's relationship status, but I pray that she has not rejected any guy for his looks, whether it be height, whether it be the face card, the mouth, anything. She seems very sweet, but at the same time, I still don't believe that she doesn't look at looks at all. And I feel like it's kind of dangerous to say that looks still don't matter. That's the only thing that you really can control in your life is somewhat your looks. Don't get me wrong. If you're born a certain way, get it. But when it comes to your physicality, how you control your mouth, just your presentation, that's gonna matter.
Like, you know what I mean? You got with a girl in the past and she wasn't
No,
looking that
no.
good. And once
So
y'all chilled, you was like, oh, that's my bae. Like, you know what I mean?
no, no, I didn't. So this is what you have to understand, right? Let's just be all the way crystal clear. And this is why, and I'm going to talk about this at my show. That's why I really don't like talking about it on my live. Do you know why men are successful at dating and women aren't?
Because y'all don't really care about all that stuff that women do
No,
care about, like
no,
income and all that
no,
stuff there.
no, 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 that's not why. The reason why men are successful at dating and women aren't is because men compartmentalize and women romanticize and fantasize. And that's why y'all suck at dating. That's why they have that saying, if you kiss enough frogs, eventually you'll get a prince. Men are
Mm.
like, I'm not kissing no frog. Put my queen in front of me. That's why. That is why y'all suck at dating, because you'll go out here and kiss 10,000 frogs until your prince appears, giving the benefit of the doubt. Men compartmentalize.
Well,
We'll meet you and know we will never look at you before 2 a.m. in the morning, ma'am.
I will say men have their standards is not as high as well. That's why I wonder if she's disqualified guys because it don't take much for a woman to be attracted to a man. It doesn't take a lot. But when it comes down to a lot of women's standards, it's gonna be a lot of thresholds of what she's gonna let in her life. I also believe that any woman out here saying that looks should not matter, I think you're lazy. I'm gonna be honest. And it's one thing if you're beautiful saying that or hella attractive saying that and you're actually honest. But if you're unattractive and you're saying that looks shouldn't matter and if you don't take care of yourself or try and keep up with yourself, I look at you as a lazy female. That's the one thing that females usually care about is their beauty. That's the one thing that guys usually always look at. And if you can't even prioritize that, I look at you as lazy at that point.
And that is exactly where you'll stay. We know for a fact that you're ugly and you just got a big button. We know for a fact we only want to do it to you from the back, respectfully. We know for a
That
fact
is
that you
true.
just got some pretty titties and we only want to titty hump you. Like, we
No.
compartmentalize
That
you
is
for
true.
exactly
That is
what we
true.
see right in front of us. But a woman will look at a man A woman will look at a man that she has no right dating. I'm talking about on a financial level, on a mental health level, on a physical level, or an emotional level, right? And she'll be like, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I could fix him. And that's how y'all end up with STDs, kids you don't want, black eyes,
Mm.
trauma bonds, and et cetera, and et cetera. Because women go out of their way to try to heal and nurture and pour into that's dead. It's dead. Let it die. I'm listening.
Hold on, but he's saying that women pour into things. Here's the thing about it. I think some women actually might bat out of their league to want things that they might not qualify for. There might be a guy that's out there that is this Prince Charming, but you might not qualify for Prince Charming, and it's okay. You have to bet in the league that's around you. Like people, like we can't be delusional on a looks perspective and see what you might attract or what might be attracted to you. I'm not saying you can't shoot your shots at people or people come and approach you. You should just automatically knock them down, but some people waiting for something that's not realistic in their life.
I mean, I feel where you coming from, but that's what I want to piggyback off of too. Because when you say qualify, okay, so you're married, right? You're in love, right? Did you feel like your wife had to qualify just to fall in love with you?
She had to qualify to
No.
date me. No, she
Sure.
had to qualify to date me. And
Well, yeah, like
before we can love, we have to date. So
Hold
you
on, y'all. And I'm sorry. This woman is, I know she don't care about looks, but her nose is crusty. I don't know if that's crust or that's just something that I'm not trying to be mean because she seems nice. You got to care about your presentation because I'm looking at her and I'm already kind of like stomach getting turned a little bit.
got to pass
right,
my qualifications to date me. Listen, you have to qualify to sit around me. Respectfully. You have to qualify to be,
right,
I'm not regular. Just like I would hope that you're not regular. You right, you gonna qualify to be around me.
right. What I'm talking
Well, a
about
lot
is
of people are
not
regular.
the basis
And my
like
wife is pretty.
respect
Have
and
you
all
seen my
that.
wife? Have you seen my
Yes,
wife?
she's very beautiful.
And she
Yes.
snatched. Stomach flat, fat is all outdoor. And she
But you
rich.
weren't. No, but give me a second. You weren't harsh on her when it
Okay.
came to, like, you made sure she had respect, she had dignity, all that good stuff. What I'm talking about
It was the
is,
looks first. It was the looks first. I'm letting you know that from the rip. I didn't give a like all the other was extra. It was cherries on top. It was the looks first. I was like, God damn, it was the looks first. And then when I found out all of the extras, I was like, wow, this could be a thing. But it was always the
It's
looks.
always looks
Yep.
first.
right. But what
Always.
I'm talking about is where you're saying qualifications, not like as far as dignity and respect and everything and morals. I'm talking about when you say someone has to qualify, it seems like you're saying income and power, status, and all that there. That's really
No,
irrelevant
that's how
when it
you
comes to
took it.
love.
That's how you took it. You took it as if somebody was saying that. I've never said that. You have to qualify aesthetically first.
Yeah.
Then after you qualify aesthetically, then I'll know about all of the other things that you can offer. But first, aesthetically, you got to pass the eye test. And after you pass the eye test, you got to pass the field test. And after you pass the field test, you got to pass the heart test. And after you pass the heart test, you got to pass the brain test.
That's true.
It's levels to this.
That is true. There's levels to it. And physicality, man, that's the first thing when you see people. I was just talking about this the other day. Your face, I ain't gonna say your face card, but just the book of your cover matters so much. Like that's all you got in life is your body, and as much you can do to control it, working out, that's gonna be a plus. It's gonna bring points up to where somebody is gonna appreciate your physical and your interior because if you good at taking care of your outside, hopefully you'll be good at taking care of your insides because you have some type of structure to yourself. But if you just don't care about your outside like that, it's gonna reflect in your inside. I don't care how much of a sweet person you are. That means you lacking in some category.
I feel you, but I just feel like honestly now with the 50-50 thing, no. To have that type of mindset that she had, no, absolutely not. I feel like everyone should have a humble mindset when dating, period, no matter
Never.
what your
Slave
no,
mentality,
it's
baby.
no, it's not
Slave,
What does he
like
mean by that?
confidence,
slave,
yes,
baby,
but
baby, 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 baby. You just said, listen, you said that people should be humble. Do you know where people overly use the word humble? They use it in the Bible. Do you know where the Bible was given to black people at? During slavery. It is a slave mindset. It is a way to keep you trapped into dumbing yourself down. This is the
Mm.
thing when you think, let's work for a second, right?
I didn't know that.
Listen to me. People hate everything about slavery but the Bible. That's the only part that they don't hate about slavery. They hate everything about slavery, but that white man Bible that was shoved in your hand, right? So let's get crystal clear, right? And I want you to look at this. We're about to really, really cook for a second, right? If a basketball player, you know anything about basketball?
Yeah.
Like anything at all? Okay, right? If a basketball player comes down the court, right, with all that swagger, right, and he crossed somebody over and he dunked the ball and he go, ah, right? That's
Yeah.
unsportsmanlike conduct. Do you know why? Because who's some of the highest jumping people that you know?
Mm.
Jordan.
No, baby. Look at my skin, baby.
He's
Who's some
talking
of the
about black people.
highest jumping people that you know, sweetheart?
You?
Oh,
Black people.
Black people. He trying to say it's a control mechanism. Keep up, baby girl.
Ah,
You lost.
you lost me, Truth.
And so now that we know that our people, right? Our people are some of the highest jumping people that we know. Who would come in and make rules and say that's unsportsmanlike conduct because I can't do it? Who would come in and enforce that rule? No, go somewhere with me. I'm walking you somewhere.
All
Who
right.
would come in if the blood? Listen, I'm giving you game. If I come down, I dribble, I swagger, boom, I dunk, my big swinging under the rim.
Okay, I think he's taking it a little bit farther. Here's the thing about it. Yeah, we're going to have to agree to disagree. Some people might feel like it is a race thing. I think when it comes to unsportsmanlike conduct, it's going to be one of them things where about trying to make the other team feel better about themselves for possibly getting beat. You know, when you do taunting and things like that, it don't matter if it's black or white sports. It's still illegal to do. So I don't know if that's a black or white thing or just across the game of sports.
Black Mandingo, my big black Mandingo energy, right?
Bruh.
Who do you think is offended by me being black with my big strong black back and my big black and me hanging off the rim? Who do you think is upset at that?
Hey, this shit was something else.
I still hear you talking like feedback.
You ain't ready. You're not ready to have no conversation. Baby, you got to turn your TV off or it's going to echo.
I'm not even ready
Y'all
for that.
are so afraid of the truth, and this is why we can't have great conversation. Shantae, how are you? How you doing?
Good. How are you today?
Life is stupendous.
Can you hear?
Did that life is stupendous? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I have to
can't
turn
hear
my
me?
TV down. Sorry, it's echoing.
Well, you
I
gotta turn
can.
your TV off because it's going to echo. So can you turn your TV off, please?
Sure.
Sure.
Teacher, or did that not compute for you?
I turned it off.
I said, did you see where I was leading her, or did it not compute for you?
I only caught a snippet of it when you started talking about our people. That's the only thing I caught.
So she said that people need to be humble, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are your views on people being humble?
So I feel like being humble probably depends on your state of mind. So it depends on what situation you're talking about in a relationship. Being humble doesn't really get you anywhere but except walked all over. So you have to like set certain boundaries when it comes to being humble.
Where's this going?
We're talking about
They got the
relationships.
snap. Yo, that was it. That is crazy. It just ended. The stream just ended. I don't know if it was his service or whatnot. Let's double back. Or let's maybe speak on the humble part, like being humble. I think being humble is only gonna matter to your own ego. Because I think it's righteous to be humble. Because when you're humble, you respect the grind and the craft, and you respect every place of where you can be at in life. You can respect when you're at the low, you can respect when you're at the high. I think that's what being humble is. Having an ego, I don't think there's nothing wrong with having an ego, because I feel like that keeps you driven and going to the top and excelling whatever field that you're in. So I think you need a little bit of both of them. I don't think neither one is bad. This is still duality-based life. So there's going to be pros and cons to everything, and you're going to have two sides of everything. So I don't think you could just throw one out without having the other one. You need both of them, which is duality. So I want to jump back to old girl in the looks apartment. Man, I was in the gym yesterday, And I saw a woman who was like, I met a woman in her 50s and really great shape, really great shape. And your physicality is going to matter greatly. And she was in her 50s. I'm talking about she's looking better than women in their 20s and 30s. Physique was like, built. So we have to really take those things into account to say that I'm going to focus on my exterior, and it can reflect my interior. I know you have some people out there who feel like looks shouldn't matter. Oh, that's going to come after the initial start. But usually the approach is always going to come from some form of, I found you attractive. And now you either could just be a little attractive, or you could be just attractive enough for just a moment to happen. And that's when you got to figure that part out too, because like he said, dudes might compartmentalize. You might have a really great rack, and he see that rack, and it's like, I want to talk to her just for that rack and the rack alone. But that's how a lot of situations end up happening, because guess what? And I'm not saying just a situation, but I'm saying like it could develop into something serious. Is to, let's say he meet that rack, and that rack is amazing, and let's say your qualities and attributes outpower everything else, to where now it's like, man, I don't want to lose, I don't want to leave her, I want to stay with her. You see how that works now? But something has to hit. And the lady that was on the screen before this one popped up, she seemed sweet. I don't know, she seemed like she was a sweet lady, but at the same time there was things that she needed to improve on. I'm not gonna dive all the way into it, but y'all can dissect it. Y'all saw how she look or whatnot. There's things that she could improve on that would help her chances of getting with the next person. And it's like, oh, that's something I don't have to, it's an eyesore. I was like, oh, why she don't care about that? Why she don't take care of that? Because it's gonna be a turn off, because it's like, damn, you don't take care of yourself. You don't wanna make certain things look a little better. And you ain't gotta be perfect. Nobody's perfect. But it's like, damn, we can't do a little bit of correction, because your body is the only thing that you really have. All these things that we got, these phones and stuff, goddamn, all this stuff that's made around us, it's material item. But we talking about the only thing that you can really take through life, the same thing is gonna be your body. Why not try and improve it? And that's really my argument for people who kind of speak like that and say like, oh, looks shouldn't matter. It's definitely gonna matter. But let me get y'all thoughts on the video. I have the link in the description so y'all can watch it in entirety. This is your guy JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all, peace.